Hey guys, so I want to talk for a couple of minutes about having no friends. Currently, I do not have any friends that I'm in contact with. That includes online, that includes in person. When I was younger, I actually had a lot of friends. Well, at least a good amount of friends. I'll talk about my history first, and then I'll talk about my present situation. So, when I was younger, I was different, and I don't really want to touch on why I was different, but I was different. But that never really affected me when I was younger. I had a couple of really good friends. And I don't really want to go in detail about my friends, but basically, the one friend was very smart, he was very book smart, but he had a lot of issues. His mother had some pretty severe mental issues, so I wasn't really allowed to hang out with him outside of school for the last couple of years of our friendship. And my other friend, he had a lot of issues as well. He was he's very odd, and I like that about him. He was very fun and but he was kind of fucked up. But anyway, those were my two really good friends. But anyway, so when I was in 5th grade, I got in a fight with the one that I said was fucked up, and we stopped talking. And then the other friend I was still friends with in school, but I couldn't hang out with them outside of school. And then 6th grade comes along, and I leave my school, and I go to a private school. Now, again, I don't really want to, I guess I'll tell you. I have dyslexia, so I always had a lot of issues with my academics. So when I was in 6th grade, I went to a quote-unquote STED school, which I remember crying and screaming to my mom, begging her not to send me there, but I digress. Anyway, so I go to this new school. I made a couple of friends there. Now, I want to preface this. That school, this is why one of the biggest issues I had with that school, and I'm still in that fucking school, but the biggest issue I had with that school was the other kids. Dyslexia alone does not affect your cognitive abilities, it does not affect your thinking, but if you have dyslexia and ADHD, or you have whatever, it can, like, you have different issues. So anyway, the kids there, they had different issues than me, so it was hard to connect with them a lot of times, because they couldn't connect on a emotional level as easily as a quote-unquote normal person could. But anyway, I'll actually tell a story really quick. So, I just want to give an example of what the kids were like. So this was in 7th grade. I was walking into class, and I was minding my own business. I didn't say anything to anyone. And you know how sometimes when you sit down, you kind of plop onto the chair? So that's what I did. And as I sat down onto the chair, as I sat down onto the chair, this kid pulls my chair, and I slam my head on the leg of the table, and I'm sitting there rubbing my head, and he starts hysterically, almost like a manic kind of laugh, and no one else is laughing in the class. They're all just staring at me and him. So then after the kid realized what he did, he starts crying hysterically. And I want to preface this. The kid didn't, it wasn't like, oh, he told my chair, like this jock told this nerd chair. No, it was like an impulsive decision. Because I think he had, I don't want to speculate what mental illness he had. But anyway, and I'm not trying to sound like arrogant or trying to be an asshole, but he clearly had some kind of behavioral issue. But anyway, so the teacher goes to get the principal, and he starts crying and bawling. So that's kind of, I just wanted to give you guys kind of a insight onto what I was dealing with at the time. So anyway, then in 9th grade, I became severe. I'm still in the same school, because the school goes from, I think, middle school. It's a middle school and a high school in one building. So in 9th grade, I become severely depressed. I'm withdrawn from everyone. I stopped talking to everyone, and it really was awful time. It was just awful. It was awful. So I think when I became really depressed, I lost the few friends I had. And now, let's talk about today, the present. So, I'm currently 17. I'm in 12th grade now. And I still don't have any friends. I'm getting better, I'm getting more social. But, I don't know, I feel alone all the time because I see everyone else. I feel like everyone else has a life. Everyone else is doing things, going out. Obviously, during this quarantine, we're all inside. But I see them having a life, and I envy that. I feel alone, and I look back, and I really get upset about it, because it's an awful feeling when you have no one to confide in. You have no one that's there for you. I mean, I do have my parents and my sister, and they are very caring and understanding, but they can't do everything. I can't tell them everything. I haven't even told them I do YouTube now. But anyway, so if you're feeling alone and you have no friends, I understand. So, thanks for watching this video. And obviously, if you want to subscribe to my channel, I always say that. But it would really help me out, so. Okay, thanks. See you in the next video.